Hi, hello. Welcome to the Daily Temple Faith brought to you by Vertex of Abundance. My name is Serene Priestess Abossi. I'll be your oracle today. I was sent to deliver the findings for the transiting moon into Aquarius. We're going to go a little fast, so it's going to be abbreviated today. If anything resonates deeply with you, like, comment, share, subscribe, leave a review, but for sessions, send a donation. From This Might Hurt Tarot, we will be using This Might Hurt Tarot to impose the guidance. And that's by Isabella Rotman. We have the Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups, Star card, and the Ace of Pentacles. These are the overall 4 tarot cards that will talk about the entire energy as we're gathered here today for the Daily Tarot Buffet. Brought to you by Vertex of Abundance around the topic of the transiting moon into the sign of Aquarius during Taurus season. So that's a 10th house event. Okay, so any other energy outside of these 4 tarot cards, they will clarify or modify the meaning. Again, it's Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups, Star card, Ace of Pentacles. Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups, Star card, Ace of Pentacles. So the Queen of Cups is about really opposite of the King. The Queen of Cups is about tolerance. Now, this is the unconditional love of the divine, and when she imbues it upon another, it's tolerance. We could also have somebody's heart in our hand. We could also just be receiving the unconditional love of the divine. Knight of Cups moves with the unconditional love of the divine. Literally, they're taking steps from that place. It also would have to deal with the authentic, genuine, and sincere self. All of the knights drive the path, okay? So they're driving and expanding the path forward according to authenticity, genuineness, and sincerity. The Star card is that path, okay? So the Star card has to deal with faith, hope, optimism, bigger, brighter, and better future. It's guided by faith, not by sight. And it would be the calling on one's life, a bigger, brighter, and better destiny, bigger, brighter, and better future. It's looking up above the horizon into the future towards the stars, okay? And then the Ace of Pentacles. We've filled in the protection having to deal with our life path, spirit card, destiny, Star card. And then if there's a seal of protection, it would be by an angel or a deity. And so this is the order of the cherubims. They protect sacred space. So where's the type of public servant, some kind of way, shape, form, or another? That's what I understand so far. We have the Eight of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. Okay. So Page of Pentacles, we're being prepared to receive some type of material blessing, or we're about to start learning some type of practical skill. There also can be some type of message about something that's going on already that involves some type of receipt or documentation. Eight of Pentacles with the Star card would have to be about, steady on the grind, Doug Thistle, hustle and flow. We have a pair of eights here, so there can be something about spending a lot of time, energy, effort, and attention in some kind of environment surrounding a location. I haven't seen anything yet, but we have a 7 now. So a pair of eights could also mean manipulation or spell work. A pair of sevens could mean, okay, we have a triple eight now. So, and then a 5. Okay, so it's starting to turn. But the 5 goes with the Star card. It just talks about Aquarius in either the 11th house. Oh, excuse me. Permiso, mi scusi. 5 of Swords in the Star card could talk about Venus in Aquarius or Venus in the 11th house. It can also be about somebody trying to block our path, but it would be not just a hater as hoe, which is the 5 of Wands, somebody trying to get us to their like emotional warfare, whatever that is. They want us to feel what they feel, meaning lack. They can't tune into the love, but this is the love-hate card, so it's a friend of me, not a hater. 5 of Wands, hater. 5 of Swords would be a frenemy. Love-hate relationship, baneful, contemptful. With the triple eight, there is some type of manipulation or repression. There's some type of convergence around wherever we've been spending time, energy, effort, or attention. It's starting to take on a physical form in terms of the energy. And then Vertex of Atlantis, the Galactic Temple of Ascension, delivering second messages from behind the veil. If anything resonates deeply with you, go ahead and comment, share, subscribe. We review book consumption for the donation. We just had an echo of the Seven of Cups, so there's some type of mirage or glamour or gaslighting or some type of mirror magic or smoke screen. It can be that there's something unhealed, unawakened. It can be that something is like facade. It might be fake or fictitious, or disingenuous. Something here could be living in sin. Like I said, unhealed, unawakened, but according to like the environment surrounding location. So it would be hanging around other unawakened souls. We call that the swamp, la basura. Um, excuse this term here, but when you turn on the light in a dark room, the ratas cucarachas, they run back to the corner. The ratas, they run back to the garbage. The cucarachas, they run back to the gutter. It's that type of thing. Like if you were to purge, if you were to cleanse, if you were to put boundaries, if you were to put standards, you would notice that everybody's kind of junky. Maybe because they're gross people, but usually it's not that bad. It usually just means everyone is unhealed, unawakened. So you are the average of the five closest anything. You are the product, you are what you eat. So your top five foods, that's what you're going to be made of genetically. You are the average of your five closest friends. So whoever you hang around with, that's going to be your thoughts, your behaviors, your feelings, your value system, and your belief system. The five places that you spend the most type of energy, the most time in, is the energy that you carry. So that's kind of the echo here. We have the Seven of Cups out on the board, which means that we're waking up, getting out of this energy. We also have the Ace of Cups here combined for our end with the Seven of Pentacles, which means there's an alert here. There's some type of alert, alarm, trigger, emergency. In the imposition here of the guidance, we have a Seven of Cups, and we have a Seven of Pentacles. So Seven of Cups is about like a facade. There's some type of illusion, delusion, confusion. There's some type of gas, glamour, mirror magic, facade. With the Seven of Pentacles, it means that there's an agenda, some type of plan, strategy, tactic being imposed upon our energetic field. With the Five of Swords, there's an open enemy. Now we're talking about the 10th house. During the Taurus season, when there's an event happening in Aquarius, we're dealing with a 10th house event. This Aquarian event is a lunar ingress, meaning the moon is in the sign of Aquarius for 2.5 days. So that's called a lunation. So whenever the 10th house event is a lunation, it means we're going to have increased insight, increased intuition according to the 10th house. Our career, our legacy, our image from the outside looking in. Basically, if we're living in a glass house, all the people on the outside of said glass house would be the 10th house. All the people on the inside of said glass house will be the 4th house. So these are our authorities, how we're judged by society, the legacy that we're leaving to the world, our work product, and our reputation. That's the 10th house. Okay, so somebody might be trying to defile our reputation. Somebody might be trying to block some type of come up, glow up, boss up, handle up, level up, woman up or man up, something like that. There might be detractors in the ranking of authority, whether it's our boss, property manager, banker, anybody that can say no, anybody that can limit, dilute, diminish, distort, disown our path. Now we're standing strong, standing tall here. 9 of Wands. That's about spiritual strength from the inside out. We got a little fight in us left. We got a lot of strength left. From the outside in, it could be evil eye. It could be somebody that's toxic personality style with the 5 of Swords. It also can be, some kind of, entitlement from an external party. Now we have the 8 of Pentacles here, so there might be jealousy, envy, hatred, rage. If it's because the 5s make everything around it reverse. So with the 7 of Cups in reverse, it means we need to walk away from the table. Anything being offered, we need to leave it alone. We need to let it go. Eight of Swords in reverse, we need to not yield to authority, and there may be some type of second guessing. Knight of Wands in reverse, this is not something to fight for. Seven of Pentacles in reverse, this is not a plan that's going to work out. If there are external parties doing abacaraba, brujeria, santeria, malangria, negroso, if there are other parties doing ladida, yada yada, it's not going to work as Nico and Hapa. There's not going to be any confusion. We're not going to leave anything behind. Don't abandon anything. But let me be precise. Let me be clear. I don't mean to point my finger at you, but let me be clear. We might need to leave people behind, but not projects. So if we're looking for a lover, none of the lovers being presented to us right now are going to work. Excuse me, I just bumped the camera. None of the lovers being presented to us are going to work, but let's not stop looking for a lover. If we're looking for a mate, if we're looking for union, not any of the candidates are worthy, but the candidacy, the spot we're holding open for such a candidate, let's leave that open. So don't abandon the project, maybe abandon the prospects. Okay. Eight of Pentacles. There might be someone who's benefiting off of a work product that we had. Eight of Swords. There might be somebody trying to rule, regulate, restrict, not based off a working ritual. It's actually based off of some kind of, they might be blocking us intentionally through energetic manipulation or energy projection, spiritual manipulation, but they're hoping that we're innocent, ignorant, naive. They're hoping that we're distracted, confused in some kind of way, shape, form, or another. If energy is coming at us in terms of gestures of the heart, it's improper. I'm hearing a schmoozer bamboozler. There's a word that's not coming to mind. So, because somebody might have we might be thinking that we got the little notification or we gleaned some type of information from analysis interpretation, but it's not 100% real. We need to go towards what opens the heart and what feels. If the heart chakra doesn't vibrate, or if the heart doesn't warm, if it's not anchored into the heart, we can't trust it, because there will be a new partnership, but the thing about it is it needs to feel like a gift. It needs to feel like a blessing. Here's the deal with the double six. Double sixes talk about grants, favor, choices, like being chosen kind of choices, support. Here's the thing, God don't bless no mess. If it's karmic, if it's confusing, or if it's conflicting, it's not from the divine. God don't bless no mess. It needs to be calm, it needs to be cool, it needs to be collected. Let me just put it to you this way. It needs to be in alignment. If it's not the right time, it's not the right person. Okay, Eight of Cups came right back. Yeah, so it's going to come in with love open, and it's going to be very clear. Okay. I'm hearing that song, baby, baby, I can see the sun whenever you're near. Temperance. Four of Pentacles, Tower, and the Moon. So the Moon in the Tower card is post-traumatic stress. We're breaking free, breaking out of something, but the thing is, I feel like we've been under some type of attack. And it's finally reverberating back to this other person. With the Nine of Wands, some evil eye or attack, it didn't work, and now it's returning to its origin point, returning to sender. We don't need to do any return to senders. I tell my children, do not do a return to sender, but it's fine to do a reversal. So the thing here is that with the Temperance and the Tower, it's like some type of fanaticism here. With the Temperance and the Moon card, something might have been a shapeshifter hiding in our energy, cloaking itself in our aura. With the Four of Pentacles, there might have been some type of mirror matting, especially with the 888, that spell work. With the 777, there's an altar somewhere. I'm waiting on a three of some kind. Ace of Swords, that's the truth. Six of Pentacles, we were the ones given favor. Six of Pentacles, Six of Cups. So somebody's received favor, probably us, since this is our side. Shared side here, Six of Cups. Somebody's also received anointing. Ace of Swords, Page of Wands, World card. So we came up and out of this, even though something here was latent. Moon card, it was hidden, obstructed. It was, confusing. Basically, it wasn't out in the open. There was hidden agendas, ulterior motives, and latent energies here. There was some kind of obstruction, masking. No. Something was a little bit confusing for some kind of way, shape, form, or another. So we have the Two of Wands as well. One thing I've noticed here is there's no timing indicators. So there's a crossroads here, Two of Wands. We could be weighing up options or whatever, but it's a crossroads. We're mapping out the terrain. We're seeing something that could be called in, or a decision that could be made, a choice, really a choice. And what that gives us is some type of achievement, which is to bring things into alignment. And these things that we're bringing into alignment is we're going to go on the journey with our heart to open up this boon given to us by the divine. We know that anything can be created. We have a blank check from the universe, Ace of Pentacles here. That's a blank check. Now, this other side, we're an answered prayer, but they've got to go through disgrace, being fallen. So they might not get with us. There was some type of catalytic experience here, and it wasn't the Five of Wands karmic lesson kind. It was the, you don't get to take those lessons with you and repair the relationship. You get to take those lessons with you into the future relationship, or maybe even the next lifetime. Because what I'm detecting here is that something was in our energy and they were manipulating things. And so once there's malice, once there's deceit, once there's a disrespect of the person's destiny, there is no return. Yes, forgiveness may be granted, but access will forever be denied. Believe enemy until you see it. Not once an enemy can never be a friend, because you never were a friend. We respect, we respect loyalty with loyalty. We respect disrespect with distance. And it's not that I don't want to see you eat. I just don't want you at my table eating with me. So, just because we parted ways doesn't mean I want to see harm come to you. Karma will take care of that. The divine will take care of that. No hard feelings. Peace be upon you. Blessings to your healing and awakening. Blessings to your path. Have a nice day and a blessed life. Just because you did me wrong, just because you did me dirty, I ain't holding a grudge. I ain't thinking about you. I've moved on without you, leaving you in the past, or behind, or in the rear view. So it's not about holding a grudge or figuring out the why of the why of the why, but there was something holding on for a while, and it started to backfire. And honestly, we are the exact image of what something wants. It might be star card because we have the access codes, the genealogy codes, whatever star codes for the destiny. We are the inheritors of the destiny that they want to have. And there was some love spell done in the past. Now, the love spell isn't always so there will be love. It can be so that we'll like them, so that we'll soften to them. And it might not be directly with this person. There might have been a love spell placed on that person, or a love spell placed on us, and that also interfered with something here. Okay, we have a pair of sixes. We have a 777. We have a pair of sixes. We have a 888. We have a pair of sevens. We have a pair of pages. So Page of Wands with the Temperance, we may be dealing with a Gemini rising. We may be dealing with a Venus in the ninth house or in Sagittarius. Knight of Cups in the Moon, we may be dealing with the Pisces rising or Mars in the 12th house, Moon card and the Queen of Cups. We may be dealing with Moon in the 12th house or Moon in Pisces. Again, Moon and the Tower, that's post-traumatic stress. So Vertex of Atlantis is a galactic temple of ascension, delivering sacred messages from behind the veil. If anything resonates deeply with you, go ahead and smash that like button. Today from Veda Sibila, excuse me, from Los Garabeo, we will be using the Veda Sibila Daily Oracle to deliberate any findings for corresponding or correlative energies. I'm pulling here on the Tower and the Moon to see what this post-traumatic stress is. Desperat per gelosia means the desperate jealousy here. We're moving in secret. There's something here very, very profound in terms of worth and value or heart of the matter. And this other side is realizing that we're a viable something, but I think they overlooked this or whatever would have you. What I'm detecting is that there was anger or rage that destroyed the situation here. Somebody blocked themselves from making it down the path, and they're just having that awakening right now. So they're trying to repair the situation, attend to the situation. And it's really not going to work because of a something. I don't know what that something is. Page of Pentacles with the Moon card, we could be dealing with some type of Virgo rising. Excuse me, Page of Pentacles with the Moon card, we could be dealing with some type of Pisces rising, or Venus in Virgo, or the 6th house. Page of Wands with the Temperance card, we could be dealing with Venus in the 9th house or in Sagittarius or some type of Gemini rising. If there's a Gemini rising, they would have Jupiter and Gemini, Jupiter in the 1st house. I keep hearing that, baby, baby. What is that Love on Top by, is that Madame Beyonce or Queen? Okay, but also we have You Are My Sunshine, My Only Sunshine. So we're a big deal in somebody's life. We might be the image, the personification, the manifestation of our hopes, wishes, and dreams, our desires, souls, ambitions, star card. And we could check all of the boxes for them, but they didn't handle it right. 5 of Swords with the Tower, 8 of Pentacles. They worked on it or projected energy in a way that got them messed up. We could also just be a keeper of the flame. So we're incarnate something that they need. They can, when they summoned something or when they were praying to the universe, we were actually what the universe sent to help them. But something happened because there was some kind of recklessness there, and it might not be them because the way the periphery, this energy is on the periphery, like the nasty McNasty, the Delulu, the crazy, the La Loca. It's on the periphery. So it says peripheral means that there's some kind of morte lanimica. There's going to be an ending coming because of resentment. So we're pulling on this Knight of Cups with the Tower because somebody is jealous or desperate. And so they're acting some kind of way. Yeah, they're feeling stuck. Because this person that we're attached to, if we're attached to a person, or this job that we're attached to, or this, authority figure, they're in this wanting, hoping, wishing, praying, conjuring up some wounding from the past, longing. This is suspiri, the longing. It's not speranza, the hope, the faith. It means they're under the impression it might not happen. Their ships might never come in. And it's created some kind of sickness or stuckness, amalato, the malady, the sickness. And meanwhile, the overall situation here, or the environmental energy, is La Casa. So it's the Holy Grail, or the inner circle, or the Sanctum Sanctorum, or whatever, what have you. And here we are in the corner, just maturing, just blossoming, just glowing up. Yeah, no, there might have been some innocence, some naivete. We might have needed to find the truth, but they might have lost out because we weren't ready, or they might have lost out because by the time we figured out what was going on, we had grown out of the energy. Sometimes we're not growing together, we're growing apart. And sometimes we're when we become the person who we're supposed to be, or when we blossom and mature, this other energy that wants to come back in, they're not getting to know who we used to be. They're getting to know who we are today. And they might be trying to talk to or speak to, or that opportunity that slipped through our fingers, that failed start, that missed connection. It might have been attuned to who we used to be and not who we have grown to be. So that's the truth. Okay. That's the truth. Now, the Six of Pentacles and the World card go together. That's the goddess Parvati, Maniweke. Yeah, so now we're a goddess, a demigoddess, and we deserve a very specific type of mate. And now we've become prominent, very, very refined. And it was always going to be there, but so was this loyalty, or whatever. I have a feeling like we're attached to an energy, whether it's a workplace or whether it's a romantic union. And this energy that we're attached to is very loyal. But on the periphery, there's some type of unsanctioned, unauthorized spiritual union. It can be a spell of some type, and it's blocking. Let's look at the parents. We have a double page. We have a double ace as well. When you're not near me, my skies are gray. You never know how much I love you. Yeah, okay, so Nine of Wands for the double page. Nine of Wands is a lot of strength, but a little bit fight. We're weary. We don't want to fight anymore. We've been beat up. This has been a cyclical cycle. It's been going on for some time. So something's coming in. There's some kind of energy that's working on its own, and it keeps coming towards us. And there is somebody here with our heart in their hand that's looking at competitions, conundrums, crossings, contestation, compounding, cascading cacophonies of karma. There's also some type of karmic lesson that they're going through because they might have been deceptive. They might not have, Seven of Swords, they might not have been open with their feelings. They might not have been out in the open. And you see, the Seven of Swords is coming from the Five of Wands, which means they left conflict and they're going towards Nine of Wands, strength, whether it's our strength or their own. And it might be their own because the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Wands, they're both lunar energy. So it could be either. It could be they're walking into our strength, or their strength, or they're walking into something that's been mounting and mounting and growing in the background. Think of the Nine of Wands as like some battery, and you're charging it up, and you're using it through ritual ceremony, or spell work, or initiation, like our energy body. So we have a pair of aces here as well. So a pair of aces is some type of union. We have the Two of Swords for the pair of aces. We have a Two of Cups here. So Two of Swords, Five of Swords. We might have avoided something because we discerned and it wasn't working, or we were indecisive. Two of Swords, and we waited too long. We procrastinated and we lost out on something. Two of Swords, Ace of Swords. This other side wasn't going to allow themselves to be confused for too long. So they might have entered into a union with a third party, or we procrastinated on a union with somebody and they're aware that it's a yes, but it's not going anywhere right now because it's kind of stuck. There was some rule, regulation, restriction. There was some type of earthbound blockage or terms and conditions applied to the situation. What's this pair of sixes here? Pair of sixes came back the Two of Swords. Yeah, so we might need to discern about a love offer or our heart opening up. They might need to discern, the other side might need to discern whether or not to move on with us or move away from us. Probably away from us. Two of Swords, Eight of Cups. If there's another party, they're breaking up with the person that we're connected to, but it seems like the Six of Swords is heading right into the Eight of Cups. So they might be going back to somebody, the person that we are connected to. But if there is a third party, this third party is going to initiate a breakup. And then the overall situation or the environment surrounding location is a breakup. Five of Cups is being left. Eight of Cups is leaving somebody else. If we are the ones that initiated the breakup, the Eight of Cups is going back. And again, compare that to the Two of Swords. So the Five of Cups, Two of Swords is that we learned a piece of situation, a piece of information that bursted our bubble. It left us disappointed. We have a triple eight here. So Queen of Wands. This is motivating vision, dread, desires, passions, motivations. It's also the high vibrational female needing charisma or flirtation or fun or something of that nature. Somebody here needs affection, adoration, appreciation, acknowledgement. So we're needing to impose a karmic lesson here. We need to tell somebody why we got disgusted, or not even disgusted, or repulsed, repelled. The energy pushed us out. It's like two magnets. There's a pole where they attract and there's a pole where they repel. So whatever the energy of the situation was, we got pushed back. Queen of Wands with Two of Pentacles. So this other side might be this person that we're attached to, whether it's a workplace or a person, they're seeing that we're a high vibrational energy. We're the highest vibration in the environment surrounding location. And they're going to need to approach us for some reason. So there's that. The king comes towards you, you go towards the queen. Then we have the six here. So six with the queen. So the Queen of Wands needs the Six of Wands, meaning we're in an exalted, elevated status. And there's something here, there's a blank check, so we can make it whatever it is. Now we're pulling on the double seven. So King of Cups, overall energy. For the environment surrounding location, King of Cups plus the Six of Swords. So we're receiving grace to move into some mutually beneficial, nourishing needs exchange in terms of unconditional love. If there's another party, Ace of Cups, somebody's heart is opening, and I'm being told if there isn't another party, it's because they're seeing somebody be authentic. It might just be the power of the situation as well, what the divine has graced or gifted, which would be unconditional love. Five of Cups is the other party. They're disappointed because somebody made a move. We might have finally made a move or opened up, or they might see us expanding our path according to authenticity, genuineness, and sincerity, which is going around what I just said before. So that's what I'm seeing. We're going to pull one more card. Vertex of Abundance is the Galactic Temple of Ascension, delivering sacred messages from behind the veil. If anything that is said resonates deeply with you, go ahead and comment, share, subscribe, leave a review, book a session, send a donation. As always, smash that like button. We have a pair of aces here, which is union. So we use from Etsy. We deliberate the findings for any type of union or parent in terms of union. So a double ace here means union. For instance, a double two would mean partnership. So double ace means union, and that's now. Okay, so we have Cancer, cancro, and fulfilled. So it can be that we're dealing with a Cancer. It can be in Cancer season, which is June 22nd to July 21st. And that's the date that I use, even if it's give or take a day, honey, baby, keep that to you. Okay, that's what I said, because I said what I said. Okay, so we have fulfill and cancro, Cancer. So that might be the energy. I feel like somebody here has a Cancer rising with this Knight of Cups. I was already getting that, but we were talking here about Pisces, especially. So I don't know what's up with that, but that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm sensing. That's what I'm seeing. So fulfilled. Completion of achievement, feeling happy and satisfied with one's life, going after what you want and getting what you want out of life. I am getting that we're having a returner, but we don't have a Knight of Wands, we have a Knight of Cups. So there's just something here latent that finally pops. It comes out and it does something. When I'm with you, I feel complete. I feel as if I've won the best prize of all. You're exactly what I want and need in my life. You are my baby. I know it's lady, but you're everything I need and more. You are my lady. Yeah, so previously or third party, there was some kind of crack-a-lacka, smack talking, popping up at the mouth, cursing our name up under their tongue. I was getting that. It says Odie's opinion, some external party. Unrelatable and unsympathetic advice, easily influenced by others and their viewpoints. Unpleasant opinions creating doubt and denial of the connection. Okay, well, F you and your mama. Okay, I was foolish to believe the opinions of others. I should have trusted my heart more than what others thought about our connection. Please forgive me for doubting our connection. You need to forgive yourself, homie. Be about what you're about. Handle up on that or get gone. Goodbye bye. This is what's up. And so we're supposed to be a power couple. That's why the Page of Wands is here, because we possess the flame inherently, but it's not anchored into the physical. Otherwise, it would be a king or queen. Now, in the clarifiers, it came out that one of us was the queen, so we were the keeper of the flame. Yeah, I need more. We have Aquarius. Somebody might be an Aquarian moon or yeah, great power couple. So a great power couple is Leo, and then Aquarius is the opposite sign of Leo. Yeah, so this other party that we're involved with might have bought the BS. They might have believed a lie or some stupid or some crazy or whatever, what have you. Something was not right. That's just all I got to say. Or it wasn't right. They didn't handle up properly or correctly. I don't know what that is, what that looks like, what that's about. But that's what I'm getting. Yeah, now they have free will. Now they need to get it together. I want to be able to make my own decisions and not feel bounded by our connection nor the opinions of others. I am not ready to commit and I'm unsure of what the future holds. Okay, we'll work that out. Peace be upon you. It's been a delight and an honor and a pleasure to serve you. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to do so. This was a message about, we didn't have romance. It very much could have been work because also the 10th house. But there was interruption, interference, intervention from an external party before. Somebody sees upon the situation who probably didn't like that this person that we're attached to was going to have a completion. So they wanted to impose some type of rule, regulation, restriction, probably because they have odious opinions. Either they didn't understand or they didn't care about the reality of the situation, what the other person wanted or wanted to hear our side. And just remember, my dear, my darling, when somebody believes some BS about us, and they didn't assess the situation, meaning they didn't come and get the message, the word from the horse's mouth, and decided to believe BS from the donkey's anus. That's just it's because whatever opinion they arrived at, whatever conclusion they arrived at, supported the narrative they already had. Because if they really wanted to protect this, preserve the sanctity of this, they would have at least tried to make it work, to make it happen, right? They would have at least tried to assist the situation, right? But they didn't. They waddled off when they were yelling and yodeling and whining and wailing and quabbling and quibbling. They didn't come get this, right? We also have the Three of Cups in the clarifier, so that's talking about there probably was some type of clicky, covenant, cabal type of little situation. Somebody had a little odious opinion. Somebody was popping up at the mouth. That's called words. Somebody was speaking, providing false testimony. And the person that we were connected to, they decided to walk on by. They rejected us because of it, or they felt rejected because of it. Yeah, there was triangulation. There's a double three here. So we were triangulated, but we're at a crossroads now. Yeah, see you at the crossroads. So you won't be lonely, right? Is that in the lyrics? That's a little bit before my generation. My brother would listen to that all the time. So we also have the Three of Wands here. So something's coming through, pulling through, coming hard. Well, come on in here then. You're about what she's about. But see, they were confused and overwhelmed. They had a lot of feelings, but they're going to get that enlightenment pretty soon. And I hope you do. So it's been an honor and a privilege and a pleasure. Go ahead and smash that like button. Just a quick prayer for all those lost out there to illusion, confusion, delusion, lost into the time, trapped somewhere in the matrix, yet to heal, yet to awaken, yet to return to the splendid grace of the divine, unconditional loving universal oneness, abundant. We love you. We're sorry. Please forgive us. Thank you. We pray that your steps are ordered, that your path illuminated, and that you find salvation and redemption in this lifetime. May you be happy. May you be whole. May you be well. May you be at peace. May you receive everything you ever wanted, starting with what you deserve, until we meet again, until we read again. Namaste, Dhanavad Nashe. Sign out that Spiranya and Aveda Zane. Go ahead and smash that like button. We'll see you in the next one. Take good care. Bye bye.